Texting. America, welcome back to a sweltering, sweaty sackage here in Magnolia to the G. That is the redoubtable one, Thomas J. is of the highly questionable one, Ronald J. Miliaccio. It is a wet my whistle Wednesday, or as we like to call it here at the Dago Bar, gummies and cocktails. Favorite one, baseball.
Or Crystal Light.
Or Crystal Light. That works too. The trade deadline is, are we 36 hours away? Is that fair?
No, it's tomorrow. It's less than that. It's tomorrow at 6 p.m.
Well, I think it was Friday.
I don't know. Friday's the 1st.
Okay, so
It's always the last day of July.
Okay.
6 p.m.
Isn't there 31 days in July?
Tomorrow's the 31st.
Is it really? Okay, yeah, today is the 30th. Okay. So then we have 16 hours.
Yeah.
Okay. Either way, the Mets made two big moves according to the redoubtable one today. For prospects, is that correct?
Yeah, mainly prospects. We traded one. Basically, we got two back of the bullpen high leverage relievers. We traded for the Cardinals closer.
Okay.
His name's Ryan Helsley. And we traded for a submariner on the San Francisco Giants named Tyler Rogers. Fun fact, his twin brother on a different team got traded today too.
Is that right?
Yes.
Huh.
So now the Mets could have a hell of a bullpen. They already have potentially the best closer in baseball with Edwin Diaz. You add another closer, and then you add a 7th or 8th inning guy in this who's a submariner. It's an October bullpen. Issue could be your fucking starters can't go 5.
Not one of them?
One of them.
One of them. The ace.
One of them can go 6. Well,
The
he's
ace?
not even supposed to be the ace, but he's been our ace. David Peterson. He was our all-star this year.
When is the ace coming back?
No, he's pitched all year for them.
He's just not been the ace.
No, he's been the ace. He wasn't.
No, but
He wasn't supposed to be the ace.
Who was supposed to be the ace?
Senga
Okay, and where's he?
or Manaea. Senga's there, but he can't go more than 5 innings. Manaea can't go more than 5 innings. They've been, Manaea just started pitching this month, and
The entire season? They've been like, these two have been like that? They've been pitching regularly, but
no. So Manaea didn't start pitching until after the All-Star break.
Okay.
So it's like they're treating this like it's spring training, which I guess it is.
Well, for him, that would.
But it's a pain in the ass. The other day against the Padres, or yesterday against the Padres, he was pitching well. They took him out after 80 pitches in the 5th inning. And then our bullpen melted down. And, we lost back-to-back games. Now we lost 3 in a row. Because the Mets Mets win 7 in a row and then shit themselves for 3 straight games.
5-0 today? I saw
Yeah.
that score, yeah.
I mean, so...
But was that defense? Was that the pitching or was that they didn't hit?
Both.
Both. Well, this is the thing.
When your starter goes 3.5, 3.2 innings, go fuck yourself. You're a professional pitcher. You've got to pitch 5 innings minimum.
If you're a starter, minimum.
And twice in this series, in the first game, we took the lead, went up 5-1. Mark Vientos, one of our young studs who's finally hitting again, hits a grand slam, puts us up 5-1. The very next inning, the bottom half of that inning, our pitcher melts down and we give up 5 runs in 1 inning. And we go down 6-5.
That's bad.
That's terrible.
I mean, look,
and our starter goes 4.2.
San Diego has a good lineup, don't get me wrong. But
San Diego's a good team.
But 5 runs in 1 inning?
No. And then last night we did the same thing. In the 7th or 8th inning, we gave up 5 runs. Like, you have to stop meltdown innings. A major league team should not give up 5 runs in 1 inning.
I agree with that.
Hold it to 3. And if you have a pair, hold it to 2. Like, don't completely let the wheels fall off because you made a mistake. You left the pitch up into the zone, whatever. You got to move on and not completely melt down. So, I like what the Mets are doing. I mean, there is a bit of a prospect hugger in me. I don't know.
But you understand that pitching beats hitting. And then, like you said yourself, it's an October bullpen. And that's where your eyes are.
I know.
And that's the right thing.
I know. It's just, I love the hope and the possibility of a prospect. I'm a dreamer.
I have no problem with that. But if these guys can help you now,
I know.
because you're a contender right now.
No
This
doubt.
isn't about 2 years down the road for the Mets. The Mets have a shot to win the whole
know.
thing this year.
No, I know. They do.
And
They
you
really
don't
do.
know, and this is a great quote, and Kevin McHale was the first one to turn me on to this. You don't know how many bites of the apple you're going to get, so when you're close, you got to go for it. You just don't know what's going to happen.
Okay, so this
But
is...
I get where you're coming
Yes,
from.
but and here's my thing. So they traded this guy Drew Gilbert, who they got in the Justin Verlander trade 2 years ago.
Okay.
I guess it was.
Okay.
You know.
Yeah.
And he was Houston's first or second prospect.
Okay.
So they traded him. They traded another minor league pitcher, and they traded a major league bullpen arm, who's been good for us, but he's not great. So I thought that was a lot for a 7th or 8th inning guy who you don't have control over after this year. He's a rental. Then they went out and got the St. Louis closer. They traded a couple other big name prospects. Mm-hmm. But here's my thing. I'm all for this, but now you've got to go out and get a center fielder who can hit.
Well,
That's the thing this team is missing. We're missing a bat in center field. And if you're going all in for these bullpen arms, I have to believe you're going to go all in for a bat.
I agree with that.
Let's fucking win this year.
Well, you've got a good enough team to do it. I think everybody would agree with that. They're one of the, I would say, 4 or 5 best teams in all of baseball.
Yeah.
I think that's fair.
They're one of the teams that has a legitimate realistic chance to win.
I think there's 8 of them, and they're one of the 8.
So this is what I think has to happen. Get a center fielder with a bat, and you've got to call up pitching from the minors, starting pitching.
Mets are 4th in the league in earned run average.
Yes.
That's important. They are 3rd in saves.
Yep.
Okay, so on the pitching side of it, they're there. Now, when you get to
but here's the thing. If you call up, they have a couple of young guns in the minors that I think are ready to help us. You cannot keep rolling out Frankie Montas and Clay Holmes to give you 4 innings. Because then what's going to happen is this bullpen you just built is going to be burnt out by October. So call up the young guns, unless somehow you're going to trade for a starter tomorrow. But I think the center field bat is more important, honestly.
You got to have. This is your leadoff hitter that we're talking about.
Not leadoff hitter.
Okay,
we have a leadoff hitter, but we have a hole when it comes to whoever's playing center field for us.
I mean, right now, to his point, the Mets are, as good as they are pitching-wise, they are 22nd in average at 242 as a team.
Well, but what's worse than that is hitting with runners in scoring position.
Well, that's been killing you all year.
Yeah. We've been the bottom probably 4 teams in that. We're probably 26th, 27th in the league.
So they're kind of, I don't want to say they're canceling each other out because the Mets are right there, but they've got to get a little more offense. They don't got to be you don't got to be top 5 offense to win a World Series.
It's
You got to be able to hit situationally. You got to be at least 250 as a team, minimum 250, and they have the pitching. I think they do. I understand the frontline starters not go. That's a problem, but they've got depth. They've got a closer, maybe the best in the game. He's got a point there, and now the bullpen is much better now than it even was before. So
let's look at the stats of these guys they picked up. Ryan Helsley.
I know that name.
He is the Cardinals closer. Well,
Yeah.
he was the Cardinals closer.
I know that name.
Let's look up some stats on this guy. Mr. Statcast.
The Mets are 5th overall in pitching. So there's got to be more of a balance there, to Tom's point. So a leadoff hitter would certainly help in terms of the offense, or rather a center fielder who can hit.
Center fielder who's got some.
So you got to get
bat.
I don't think, unless the Mets are willing to part with a good starter, they're going to get Durant from the Red Sox, because Durant's just hit another bomb today. He's been on fire since.
And you guys are in it.
I don't think the Red Sox need to do anything. Unless someone's going to throw them a number 2 starter, don't do a damn thing, because that's the only reason you're making a move. If you're not getting a number 2 starter back, don't do a damn thing. But go back to your point. We'll get to the Red Sox in a minute. But anyway, go back to your point.
So Helsley, let's see, 36 innings pitched, 41 strikeouts. He's got a 3 ERA, a career 2.67 ERA.
Career,
Yeah.
2.6. If you're below 3 for your career, you're a stud.
That's
So
legitimate.
you're legit.
Let's see how many. He's got 21 saves this year. He has blown 5,
Still a high percentage.
but he
21
doesn't
out of
have. He
26.
doesn't have to be our closer.
No.
You bring this in the 8th.
Well, maybe they made these moves because they're not confident they're going to get 7 innings out of any of these guys.
Well, without a doubt.
That's probably
so
why
now
they
they
made
have
it.
7, 8,
Yeah,
9.
well-
The problem is, and we have some good relievers for 6, but still, if your pitchers are going 5 innings every night, the bullpen is eventually going to be gassed. That's what happened to us. We came out of the gates like gangbusters, but our pitchers could only go 5 innings. And our bullpen held up for about a month and a half, and then we had a dip. And we still just it's going back to the average. We got to hit,
242 is too low for a lineup like that.
dude. And the problem is since the beginning of July, like Lindor and Alonso, they have like 2 of the lowest batting averages in the league.
And they're two usually very consistent.
I mean, they are 2 mainstays.
Yeah.
We can't do it without them. Soto just fouled a ball off his foot yesterday. He didn't play today, so that hurt us. And he was out of the game yesterday halfway through. I'm going to see him on Monday. I really hope Soto's playing because that would piss me off that we're going to get to see him and if Soto's not playing. That would suck. He's been there all year.
Sure. So, but you like the moves,
I do.
pitching-wise.
I think so.
Okay.
Yeah.
Look, to me, it's them, it's the Dodgers, obviously, it's the Brewers, and it's the Phillies would be the 4 out west. Or in the National League, rather, that I would be. Those are the 4. Any one of those 4 I could see.
Phillies went out and got a stud closer from the Twins. So we needed to keep pace, and we did.
Absolutely. So, but they're, I mean, and again, Duran's not the only center field hitter out there, but I'm sure. Look,
So the Tyler Rogers, the guy they got from San Fran, the Submariner,
yeah.
he's got 50 innings pitched, 38 strikeouts, 1.8 ERA.
He's only pitched 50 innings. That's not a lot.
Well, for a reliever, half the season it
50 innings?
is. Yeah.
Doesn't sound like a lot.
Well, you come in, you pitch 1 inning.
So he's had in 90 games or whatever, he's had 50 appearances.
He's pitched
One-
every other game, basically.
But 1 inning.
That's what
What's that?
relievers do.
I know, but what are we talking here? 10, 15 pitches, maybe 20 tops?
Yeah.
I don't think he's any gas doing that.
Well, I'm not saying he's gassed.
No, but I'm saying you're saying if these starters don't start getting to the 6th and 7th inning, these guys are going to get gas. I think they have more depth now in the bullpen than maybe anybody in baseball. They're certainly in the conversation.
Yeah, but you don't want these guys pitching every night.
I'm not saying they have to pitch every night, but he's pitching. If you say he's pitching every other, remember they got 2 of these guys.
Yeah.
They can alternate them just to get to the closer if they're in that situation.
Right, but that means you got to get to the 8th. Now, we do, I mean, look, we have some good relievers, but I'm just, the starters, give me 6.
6 is not an unreasonable
Give me
request.
6, right.
I think that's fair. I would be like, give me 7. We only got 1 or 2 guys that can do that in the Red Sox, but they can go 7 or half. You know, Bello did it today. He's done it again in Crochet.
We've only got 1 pitcher that's pitched into the 7th inning this year.
Yeah. I mean, so Bello had had a complete game against the Yankees. He went 8, and then he lost the game, and then he went 7 today. He didn't have to go 7 today. They bent the fucking Twins over. But the point is, he did.
Yeah, and he saved the bullpen.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
And he only
nice.
gave up 5 hits the whole game in 1 run. So he did. He pitched 93 pitches. He kept his pitch count down. He got a lot of ground balls, and that was smart. I mean, no, he did what he was supposed to do. With regards to the Red Sox right now, look, this is the stat that keeps popping into my head. That they have blown 21 run. They've lost 1-run games this year. If you cut that number in half, they have the best record in baseball. Half. Okay, and yet they're sitting right now where if the Yankees, by the way, Tampa Bay came back and took the lead. Now they're 4-4 with the Yankees in the 10th. If Tampa Bay wins that game and the Yankees lose, the Red Sox now have the number 1 wild card spot.
Is that Tampa?
Tampa. But Tampa's fading.
It's 4-4.
It's
Yankees
4-4
are
now,
about
yeah.
to win.
But yeah, so
Yankees got a guy on third with 1 out.
with 1 out. Yeah, Tampa's fading. Tampa's just, they've gone down.
After they slapped the shit out of us and caused our tailspin, they started sucking.
Well, they have not been consistent, and they've been fading fast. The Texas Rangers have caught fire. which
Jacob DeGrom
is pitching like Jacob DeGrom can pitch, and they've got a lineup too. So I'm not surprised that they've made a run at it. But the thing about the Red Sox is they're coming together at the right time. They got Chapman back after what looked like back spasms. He actually pitched a 1-out save last night. He didn't need to do it, but he did it because they won 8-5. And today they bent Minnesota over. They had 16 hits. The Roman Empire is for real, ladies and gentlemen. This guy.
What's his stat line?
Well, now he had 2 more hits today. He is flirting with 280.
Wow.
And again, nobody throws him heat because they're so afraid of him. But this tells you the kind of hitter that he is.
Well, they always throw junk to the young guys.
Yeah, since his atrocious start, he's batting over 320. So going in, I mean, I'm assuming because this is an afternoon game. But I don't want the Twins. Why would I want the Twins? Hold on. I fat-fingered this motherfucker. Here we go. So, counting today, because it was a 1 o'clock start, or a 1:10, whatever it was, start. Here we go. Duran's up to 265. Where is he? Anthony right now is batting. Where's the fucking averages? I hate when they do that. He is batting 279. Roman Anthony. Bregman is at 298. Romy Gonzalez 295.
Good God, what's your team average?
They're 9th in hitting in all of baseball. They're like 252. They've come up. They're 11th in pitching and 9th in hitting. So they're right near the foot with the top 10 in both. So yeah, they are a contender right now. And again, think about the stat I just laid on you 2 minutes ago. They've lost 21 run games this year, by far and away the most in the majors. You cut the number in half, they'd have the best record in all of baseball. Yeah. And that's not a big ask. Just cut it in half. So the point is, you can't go back.
Just take a third off of it.
Take a third off it. They'd be in first place. But the thing is, Toronto has not cooled off. They are the number 1 hitting team in baseball. No one's surprised.
Well, they got swept in a doubleheader yesterday.
They did, but I think they won today.
Oh, they won today.
Yeah. The point is, they're still hitting, but their pitching has been incredible. So the question was, can the Jays actually keep this up? Mm-hmm. I don't know the answer to that question. I just know that they've never done it. Not this late. So, but right now they are, and I believe they won today. Yeah, they won 9-8 in a Donnie today against and Lawton. The reason Lawton's not here tonight, Lawton was at that game. So it was a Donnie in the Brookdown.
Oh my God! The Orioles blew that game.
The Orioles blew it.
Gave up 5 in the 7th.
5 in the 7th. Yep. So right now Seattle's up 1-0. That's just starting out with the Athletics. And are there any other late ones right now? Or is it just that one? Philly lost to the White Sox. That's crazy.
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Needed that with the Mets
You
loss.
actually needed that, yeah. And Cincinnati beat the Dodgers.
Dude, Philly lost 2 out of 3 to the White Sox.
Yeah, that's weird.
So it makes me feel a little less bad about getting swept by the Padres in San Diego.
San Diego's a good team.
Yeah. Pain in the fucking ass.
I mean, they're.
Wow, the Rays got out of that.
They did. Well, it's not over yet, boys and girls. So,
should turn that game on.
But when you look at what the Red Sox are doing up and down the lineup here, here's to me the impressive thing. Abreu has 20 home runs. Trevor Story has 17. Bregman has 14. Rafaela has 14. Duran has 11. So they've got a lot of guys that are hitting.
Does Anthony have 5 yet?
No, he's got 2 because nobody's pitching to him. He's got 18 RBIs, but nobody's pitching to him. But he's batting 279 right now. And this is the thing.
That's awesome.
He also walks. I mean, this kid is it's funny, Becky said this, he doesn't look 21. He didn't play 21. I mean, he'll spray the ball to all fields. He clearly has power, but he also draws a lot of walks. He's a very patient hitter for a kid his age. Usually most 21-year-olds aren't like this.
Well, that's why he's a top prospect.
Yeah, and then, he was the top prospect in all of baseball, and he is looking like it, which is really starting to make this Devers trade look genius. It looks genius right now because
he basically replaced.
He's offset it. He's a better hitter overall. He's not the power hitter he is because no one's throwing a fastball because they know what he'll do with it. But you've got Bregman with 14. Bregman's missed 40 games and he's got 14 home runs. Yeah. You've got Abreu with 20. You've got Story with 17. And you've got Cedine, I can't even say this guy's name right, Cedine Rafaela with 14, and then Duran has 11. And the catcher has 9.
A lot of bombs.
There's a lot of guys up and down the lineup that can put it out. So what People thought they were losing when they got rid of Devers. They didn't lose it. They've just spread it out.
That and that was more that you have to look beyond the stats in that trade. Because if you just look at trading away that guy's numbers,
Yeah. It's
there's
a bad
no
move.
way you think it's a good move.
It's not a good move. On paper.
If you understand the context of the trade, it was their only choice.
It was the right move, and they got someone to
Right,
take the
yeah.
whole salary.
It was their only choice.
They owe him nothing.
And they fleeced the Giants.
Yeah, they did. They really did. They fleeced him.
Unless somehow he matures and realizes, all right, I had a lot to do with what happened in Boston, and he doesn't let that happen in San Fran. Because he could do that. But, my God, Mets played them, swept them. He was a butcher at first base.
He was useless.
Like,
He was
every
terrible.
time a ball got hit to him,
He was Russian
you
roulette.
didn't know what was going to
He was
happen.
Russian roulette.
Did you watch any of those games?
I did.
I mean, Casey kept going, who's playing first base? And I was like, he's not a first baseman.
That's the guy the Red Sox
Yeah.
dumped.
He doesn't know what he's doing.
No.
And it's funny because people always go, oh, they can't play defense? Put him at first. You got to touch the ball so many times.
You have
at
to at least
first
have a
base.
good glove. You
Yes.
got to catch the ball.
Well, you
And
got to have
gotta-
a good glove. You
yeah.
have to have good
Good
footwork.
footwork. You have to have good range.
Because when you're taking a ball from third or second or short,
Yeah.
you have to stand there and understand where the ball's going to go. Then you have to decide where to put your feet.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody who doesn't know how to play first, they put their foot on and they stretch out and wait for it.
It's going to be the other way around.
You have to see where the ball's
Other way
going
around.
and then stretch. Otherwise, you're in a compromising situation. And like third base, it's a hot corner for all the lefties who are hitting. The pull hitting lefties that rip fucking line drives at your head, or I mean, it's not an easy position.
I'm saying, they don't necessarily need an arm, but you got to
Right,
have
that's
you
true.
got to have a glove,
Yeah.
and you got to have range, and you've got to
Yeah.
know how to play. To
You
his
got to be
point.
smart. I
Yeah.
mean, it's
It's not easy.
No.
It's just you don't have to have a strong arm to play.
Right.
first. Okay, I get that. But you have to have
right,
a lot
and,
of
you,
other
and
stuff.
you don't have to have a ton of range.
No, because they're all throwing it right at you.
Right.
They're trying to.
Yeah,
So
and like
it's
balls that get hit at you. All right, like if you don't, you don't have to have a shortstop's range, But man, you're involved in a lot.
You are. So the fact that he wouldn't play for the Red Sox when the Red Sox lost their first baseman for the year.
Yeah.
That is to me
After they paid him $300
they
million.
paid him $300 million, and he's a terrible. He's got a terrible.
That was just.
They overpaid for him. They should have paid Mookie Betts that money. No one with a brain would disagree with me.
Well, that's why
Okay.
you don't want to give the Red Sox too much credit
No.
because they got themselves here.
They did.
But
They got themselves out of it.
that move might have been
The best move
the
they've
best
made.
move they've made in a
in a
while.
long time. And again, it was addition by subtraction. And everybody keeps saying, what did they get? They got back $300 million to do what they want. That's what they got back. It's not about an immediate return.
Right.
The immediate return is the locker room is happier. The chemistry is back. This team, you look at the ways they're winning. One day they win 2-1. One day they win a shootout. One day they can win. This team, here's the thing that's scary about the Red Sox. They can beat you in more than one way. And when you got a team like that, and the Mets are like this, and the Dodgers are like this, okay?
That's not as much.
The Phillies are like this. When you got teams that can win more than one way, that's a contender. Throw the record out. I just told you what happened with that. They were 21-run games. That's unheard of in a season, okay? And yet here they are. That would bury most teams.
Well, that's
You
the
take
only-
that and trade away Rafael Devers. That's a suicide. It's over.
That's the only way they can't win.
Yeah.
They can't win close ones,
Supposedly.
which could bite them.
Yeah, it could. So we'll see what happens. But right now, I love what they're doing. I don't think they need to make a move. But if it brings them back a number 2 starter, okay. But that's
You don't
to
think
me.
they need bullpen help?
No.
Because all the rumors I read was that they're looking at a bullpen on.
Look, you can never have enough pitching. There's nobody. I don't care who the team is. If you throw them a quality pitcher, whether it's a starter or a reliever or a closer, they're not going to turn it down, depending on what you're asking for. Here's the thing: Alex Cora made an adjustment before the Dodgers came into town in the lineup, and since then they've won 4 out of 5.
What do you do?
He moved. Now Anthony leads off.
Oh, really?
He leads off. Bregman is second, and Duran is third. And since he made that move, the whole lineup, which was already pretty good, has just gotten better. And again, this is why I love Alex Cora. He's like stud muff. He sees these things. Like Roman Anthony was hitting the ball, putting it like, we're going to get him first. Because even if he doesn't put it out, he's going to get on base.
Yeah.
Or he's going to get a walk. He's got a lot of walk. He's going to get on base. And the key to a leadoff runner is, even if you don't hit it out, he's going to get on base.
Set the table.
Set the
baby.
table. Okay, he's a good runner. Okay, and again, he hits to all fields. He can hit for average, apparently. He can hit for power. He draws a lot of walks. Yeah, okay. And then you put Duran down in the third spot. When he's had 3 home runs in the last week since that move happened. So to me, their lineup from 1 through 5 is much better now than it was. And again, it was a simple. He saw it. He made the move. But that's what he does. The big thing was the scare was Chapman because he had a problem. It was his back. Thank God it wasn't his arm. He pitched last night. He didn't have to pitch today because they blew him out, but he seems to be okay. That was a scare because his velocity dropped like 8 miles per hour, but he did something to his back when he was stretching. It wasn't serious. Gave him a couple days off.
He lifts too many weights. That's his problem.
Yeah, he's jacked. I mean,
and sometimes you got to back off the fucking weights.
Yeah. I mean, it's okay to do push-ups.
Right, or it's okay to just, while you're pitching during the season, don't lift as much.
No, I mean, I'm not saying you shouldn't
Work
lift.
on flexibility.
I'm not saying you shouldn't lift once a week just to stay, you know what I mean? But, you can do other things.
Yeah, but I mean...
Which, by the way, he should be doing that anyway.
I'm sure he is.
I mean, but he seems to be fine. And that, to me, was the one scare.
Mm-hmm.
But he's okay. So they got tomorrow off. That's fine. I forget who they got coming in over the weekend or if they're going somewhere. Let me just see if I got them up here real quick. Where are the Mets going next?
The Mets come home. They're off tomorrow.
Okay.
They just had a 6-game road trip.
Okay.
They swept the Giants. You're thinking, oh, wow, this 6-game road trip could be nice.
Yeah.
Then they got swept.
Yeah.
So they went 3-3. They're coming home to play the Giants, which is weird.
That is weird.
Hopefully they slap them around.
The Sox come home for a 6-game stand. They host Houston and Kansas City. How's Houston doing?
Houston's a good team.
Okay, so that'll be a good test.
But they might be a little struggling right now. Let's look at Houston. I feel like they hit a little bit of a rut. They're probably still in first place out there. Yeah, I mean, they're 62-47.
They're good.
But they're 5-5 in their last 10. So, I mean, the Sox are 6-4.
Yep.
Their last 10. Mets are 7-3.
So what you're looking for is 2 out of 3 from Houston. Then Kansas City comes in. They're pretty good. They're in the wild card race. They're behind them, but they're not out of it yet. So you want to win both those series, and they got to go out to San Diego. Then they got to go to Houston. So this
Kansas City 7-3 in their last 10.
Yeah, they're good. They're in the wild card race.
They're annoying.
Yep. Then they've got Miami at home, at Baltimore for 2, and then they go to the Bronx. So look, they've got to win this. They're set up to now really make a push here.
Just win series.
Yeah, just win series. You don't got to sweep people. Just take 2 out of 3.
Yeah.
Take 2 out of 3 and you're in good shape, which is what they've done the last 2 series. Again, they gift wrapped that one the other night. They were up 4-3 in that damn rain delay fucked them against Minnesota. They were an hour and a half. They were sitting around with a 4-3 lead. And then they ended up going to extra innings and losing at 5-4. But they had to wait. And when your team's on a roll, they had just taken the lead and gone up 4-3, and then all of a sudden, boom, downpour happens, and they're sitting around for an hour and a half. It just kills momentum.
Yeah.
So, not that they still shouldn't have won the game. I think they should have. But the last 2 games, they took care of business. The last 2 games, they got 21 runs. So,
that's good.
And they pitched well today. So we'll see what happens. Anyway, we'll take a break. Segment 2 come back. We're going to talk NFL preseason. Rumor has it there's a certain coach who is, what's the term I'm looking for? Enamored? Smitten. Starry-eyed over a certain first-round draft pick quarterback. Segment 2 coming right up.